Welcome back, friends and fellow meat enthusiasts. You're looking at one of the most useless pieces of beef there is, the bottom round. Not a whole lot to do with it, maybe beef jerky, throw it in the grinder, that kind of thing. It was the cheapest lean cut of beef that I saw this week, and I want to make some burgers. This is $2.50 a pound cheaper than any kind of ground meat or pre-patty burger I saw. So I'm going to show you a burger hack, if you will, where you can cut this up at home into fine enough pieces, put it into a household kitchen blender or food processor, and what we're going to do, we're going to add it with ribeye fat. We're actually going to remove all of its normal fat. Ribeye fat has a better taste to it. You could ask your butcher or meat department at your grocery store to save you some if you call ahead most of the time at no charge or an insignificant cost. We happen to process some of our own here, so we have that left over. We're going to go ahead and grind that all together and make some awesome burgers. So we'll start. A little silvery, sinewy seam right here in the bottom round. I'm just going to make sure I don't throw any of that in. Placing the subpar bottom round fat with the delicious ribeye fat for the most part. And what we're going to do is just finely cut it. So we're going to cut up this ribeye fat a little bit finer because it is harder than the whole muscle piece that's lean. And I don't want to max out that little food processor. Our very first long video was a burger video. We compared grinding our own chuck roast to grinding our own brisket. Chuck roast coming in somewhere around 80-20 fat to lean ratio, brisket being 73-27. I feel like we've come a long way since that video, at least I hope so, in terms of quality and things like that. We're actually fast approaching 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate your support. Oddly enough, when we look at our analytics, a lot of our support coming out of Northern Ireland. So appreciate that, guys. Shout out to Northern Ireland. You must like the meat. I just like to get a good visual on it. I could get out the scale and measure and tell you an exact. I'm just going to eyeball it. If you're worried about it and you like an 80-20, just weigh it up. No problem. I think you're safe going all the way to 70-30 if you wanted. If you're a little more health conscious, want to go a little leaner, that's fine too. But for me, all week was grilled chicken and fish, so it's burger day, it's the weekend. We're all cut up. I'm gonna go put this in the freezer before I drop it into the blender. That way it doesn't get too milty in the process. Sat in the freezer for maybe 10 minutes, just not to get frozen, just to stiffen it up like I said. This here is our cheap food processor. You could get something like it, something comparable just about anywhere. It was less than 30 bucks. So we're going to use that as our grinder today. All right. Let's take that for a spin, see how it looks. Should look something like that. So I'm just going to take this and put it aside and repeat this process a batch at a time until we're through it. I know this looks like a salad spinner. It's also a potato spinner. You probably didn't know that. Last thing you want to do is put wet fries into a deep fryer. So this just kind of speeds it along before I pat them dry. fries in the basket, get them going, and we cut them thick for a reason. We like them to be steak-like fries. We fry them a lot longer than most. We're gonna let these fry for about minimum 15 minutes, get them good and crispy. Right about that point, one thing we like to do roughly 10 minutes in, we like to take our basket, take it out, and let it drip for maybe 5 minutes. And looking at these, I think they need another 10 to 15 minutes. If you want to get a shot of that, it's about what they look like. That makes a really crispy chip. Once they look like this, they're done. Key to this, you probably heard me say it before, truffle salt. Stuff's expensive, but one little container of it will last you a long time. And it is worth every penny. It gives everything a little extra zip.
How good is that french fry?
Good. Took our meat, left it in the freezer again another couple of minutes so it doesn't get too mashy. We're taking a recipe from an old short we did when we first started on YouTube, and it's basically a black and blue burger recipe. So we're going to take 4 ounces of blue cheese and we're going to sprinkle that over the top of our meat here. In my opinion, we could even do a little more. Old Bay or any kind of Cajun or blackening seasoning. It's got some celery salt in it, so it gives it a little salt content, so you don't want to add anything else. Gives it a really nice flavor at the end. And I've got a thin layer of it, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it cover in the top. So that's probably good. And then you don't want to over buffalo sauce it, but any of your favorite buffalo sauces will work. And you get that mixed right in. We got our meat separated out in roughly 3 to 4 ounce patties, balls that are going to be patties. Cover them with patty paper, give them a good press. For our red onion, we're just going to add a little bit of dry ranch seasoning. Got a little bit of sharp cheddar. We're just going to slice it for our burgers. Good thick slice. Let's get our burgers on there. May look like we're on fire, and it's just because we added a tube of hickory pellets down there for a little bit of smoked flavor. Not required, but we had them, so I figured I'd give it a try, see what it adds. Put some thick slices, sharp cheddar on here. One for me, one for you. It's time. Oh yeah, look at the miltiness. Perfect. It's perfect. A little ketchup and mayonnaise on each side of the bun. Spread that out. This smells incredible. I mean, nothing really beats a good burger. I already tried one of the fries, and nothing beats it. We already know what's good. Why all this experimenting is just for fun. It's just an excuse to try it. So yeah, they're all going to be good. I choose this one. Right on. Actually, my lettuce under there. There we go. We're gonna get our cooked onion. Smells amazing. I could tell that some of that smoked hickory flavor got in there from the pellets we put on. I'm gonna put that on there. Classic on a burger, some tomato. Very good. If you don't put bacon on this, go fuck yourself. that's all we need. This is a masterpiece to behold. If you guys like this video and you're not already subscribed, hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm gonna attempt this thing.